Nipe shtundu.
Hello.
Nipe shtundu.
Tapewa shtundu. In a few.
Mkwaje mko salama?
Yes.
Mimi siko salama. Sina shtundu hadi. Walishikamadhe. Sina shtundu.
By the way, you guys cannot be doing this to us.
Me, I'm calling it clout. I'm dying on that hill.
I feel like they're on to
no
her,
way.
but they're using clout for it. They're really on to her. Madhe hepa.
I feel like they're just trying to show us kuna law. That's what I feel.
Where has this law been?
She has been existing, and then now is when you are
exactly. Where has this law been?
It doesn't make sense.
Mi nikiwa Yanga tukianza kusmoke ngwai, mimi nakushow for free ilikuwa tu chwani hata kwa 30. Sasa mali tumefika hata uwezi afford this shit man. And this shit you need it for the stress man.
Mimi tangu ninge campus 2016, Madhe was still around. So for you to just wake up and arrest, no.
That's
it's like you don't know analipa ushuru. Si analipa ushuru. That's why you've let her exist for all this
time. Ocha kwetu ni Muhaya.
Yeah.
Muhaya watu kwa garapanda hivi tu inapandwa hadi na beans na maize.
Inajipanda yenyewe. You just
wake up and control this shit. Inajipanda huko Muhaya Bunyore huko.
Are you trying to deny us our roots?
Aya, kwa Wajaluo inajipanda tu huko Nyasore. Inajipanda tu. Sasa all of a sudden you want to behave all righteous here and shit. By the way, Uganda wako one step ahead of us always.
Yeah.
So tunaonanga sisi tuko mbele, wako one step ahead. Hasa wame commercialize medicinal marijuana man. Na wana make money out of it. Tuache kukua jinga. Kasa onko anaweza sema by the way. So onko anaweza sema by the way smoking iko parliament and everyone's just comfortable bantering about it. Man, fuck this shit.
And then you want to behave like a government who is so godly. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
So just imefika point watu wana abuse cocaine, pills, syrup.
As in even this weed is not your biggest problem. You should know that.
Sasa
you got that kind of money?
Sasa ni kama painkillers tu. Ni kama mseko abuse painkillers.
I feel like weed is light.
Weed
the fact that people have pills and cocaine in this country, you have bigger problems than weed. You are lost looking for this lady.
Like, I never feel law enforcement ukuwa ever for the right reasons.
It's all, in Kenya, it's for the wrong reasons.
It's never for the right
Very malicious.
It's never for the reason of removing drugs from society or bad people. It's always like a hidden agenda. It's always hidden. Cause honestly, kama umekuwa the people who popularized Madhe, if I can say, ni jukuna makampus mingi Thika Road.
Yeah.
And if you know Thika Road, definitely umekuwa Ngara ama Juja. Juja is the other place watu wanajua kumeja weed. You can't just wake up and make an arrest of someone who's been existing.
Because why haven't you been arresting this person umejua amekuwa?
Kwani what has she done different?
Kuna doe kufika. Kuna ushuru kufika.
And that's what I'm saying. Even you
na macho kufika.
The intentions are not pure.
Yeah.
It's not at you.
Where you're being malicious with this lady because she didn't pay up at some point. Why? Si uende tu mwambie when are you paying up? Tuendele tu na hii maisha juu this is what we've been living. This is our truth.
Mimi naona hadi hata tunasema law enforcement mimi naweza trace back kuna bonga about high school.
Yeah.
The way people just used to get saved because of an exam. People used to get saved because sijui kuna nini hiyo
sijui ni Mungu anafaa kukusaidia tu sasa.
Weekend challenge kumbuka weekend challenge.
Oh my god.
Mpaka tuko nabaki kwa bench mimi Carlton Kaunga, big up Carlton Kaunga, Brandon Anthony, tunabaki watu kaa 5 hapo tunaangalia na buda yo kui saved leo. Watu wameenda kuwa saved jumox zinakaa. Sasa
kaa uko unasoma hakuna Mungu anaweza kusaidia. Na kaa wewe ni danda.
Behave ni kama ikitu haikuangi na
it all goes back to what I was saying. Yeah. Wait. I have lost that thought. Mama Sana, you had something. Let me reconstruct that thought. There's something I've thought. I was about to say it.
Mimi nilikuwa nikatianga alafu napata ile exam unajua saka musinga exam kwa na running all through the term from Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So napata mpaka CU watu wanajaza ile exam ngumu inakaribia kama camp paper 2 hivi.
I was about to just say camp.
Watu wamejaza hiyo room, watu wanaomba, watu wameface. Kwanza ilikuwa weird kwa nini? Nikamsinga si room watu kwa na face wall.
Hadi sisi.
Wasa naomba kiface wall. Me the first time there I thought it's devil worshiping.
Because why you facing the wall? Kama mnasema Mungu ako juu, why you facing the wall?
Wasipate
distractions ati personal, anataka kuwa personal na God.
Okay, let's face up where you usually say God is in heaven up, just face up.
Like
the wall,
it's the same thing happening with TikTok. The reasons you're wanting to ban this app, come on.
Ati wanataka kuban TikTok
come
because
on.
of what? I heard this news yesterday but I didn't hear the reasons.
Joto na wanauza punani, wananyongeshana huko.
But it's worldwide. Why are you trying to get in our business?
That's what a lady was saying.
Business worldwide.
Has banned OnlyFans in Russia. There's no OnlyFans in Russia right now. Putin ameban.
Morally, yes, we accept these things are not good.
Tukue realistic nae.
But then again, kama tunaweza enda koinange, kama tunaweza meet for the first time and we
actually
just do it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Cabernet Gardens, koinange. Are you closing down this place?
Charlene, imagine in Kenya, people go on first dates and actually get laid on first dates. Isn't that like OnlyFans? I'm not seeing any difference. Jusha uzapunani yako for the first time you have met this person. It doesn't matter whether mahuka or not. If for the first time you have met someone and there's sexual interaction, I matter kama ni kwa TikTok, kama ni kwa inange, kama you know.
Mi point yangu ni how many dangers are we avoiding uwa demo wangekuwa exposed to by just them being live on TikTok or on OnlyFans.
You'd rather be live on OnlyFans than be physically with unajua mara ngapi nimewalk into town on Saturday and Sunday mornings and you find people just fighting with hookers.
And if it's a business that's been there, I mean, brothels have existed. So if everything else is moving online, why not that?
And pretending to be holy.
And again, I don't know why people act like internet haina rules. Has anyone sent you to that TikTok? You know, it's not like unaletewa huyo mtu as a pop-up, as an advertisement. You have gone to their page and subscribed to their content. So is she the problem or you? What are we really fixing?
Huyu ni mtu mzima mwenye anaenda
What are we really fixing? What are we really fixing? Because again, TikTok is just a platform. Neza muata sai, if you are an app developer, you can develop an app basi.
Now an app for what? Sina ku video call too, whether it's WhatsApp, whether it's Instagram,
see what
whether
I'm saying?
I will still get it.
Instagram.
Now this is what I like to call Ukristo. Mimi mani kwa naita hivyo.
Oh, unaita Ukristo.
Yenye una behave ni kama things around you ain't happening the way they've been happening, man. Unanipata?
Yeah.
You're pulling away from reality because you want to act self-righteous or something. Unanipata? For example, vile hawa watu wa kanisa wanakuanga like design yenyewe.
Bless you, Sham.
Yes, design yenye.
Unapata msee anakuonesha ati we kama unaendanga bukla ama nini, hauwezi bonga kwa certain forums. Kama uko na dread, hauwezi bonga in certain forums. Kama uko na tattoo, hauwezi bonga in certain forums. Kama uko na ndevu, hauwezi bonga in certain forums. Wewe ni mwanruli.
Yeah.
My uncles haujifanyanga hivyo, sorry to say. Kuna mmoja kwanza anakwanga kwaya. Anajifanyanga sijui ni nini nafanyika.
Just go for your family.
Yeah, no problem. Me.
Life happens in a family, guys. So,
ujango ikifika saa banta tukibonga juu ya Man United anaweza bonga all vulgarish. But kikamsa hii saa zingine anakam off as
now you want to be subtle.
Tulia, no. Haya, my other uncle, just because akubeki till politics, anataka kuwa pastor. Yo, I comment
that's what I'm saying.
You're not supposed to be a leader of like multitudes of strangers. You're already leading the people you're supposed to lead.
The problem with us you use religion as a consolation. Na sahi, the reason hata siiti Ukristo, it's because it's even gone past religious people. Even socially, we are just acting righteous and you're not. Mtu hata labda enangi church. You just want to present yourself in a certain way.
Behind closed doors.
Imagine kama, for example, ofisi yenye manager anakatia staff. But when we are in meetings, you get me?
Yeah.
You want to pretend the way you have authority, and we all know what you do. That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, it started from that.
Uko hapo tu kwa status unapost Jeremiah 5:5. Lakini in real life unakunywa Tusker 2:2.
Yeah.
Tunasema tu.
Guys,
kumbuka siku ya nini ya secondary school vile mtu walikuwa na create a divide between CU and entertainment. Nika tukienda entertainment go into the devil's workshop.
Tulikuwa tunaomba na watu wa CU hawezi tusaidia na PA. Tucheze secular music.
Where I was, imagine tukienda
na mimi nilikuwa captain wa entertainment.
Wanawasha machines zao. Wanataka kwanza kuimba, ni siku ya kudance. Mbona mnasha hizi machines zenyu ati lazima muombe juu si tumeenda dance? Sisi tumeenda dance. Mbona nyimsi doze juu amsikii kwenda kudance na sisi?
Let me humor you. You remember Kanyus? Kanyus is one of our friends. Shout out to Kanyus. Only to meet with Kanyus aniambia ati he knows our CU captain. Who was like, super saved. For you to be the captain, hey, your safeness is on another.
Save D. When you save D.
Yes.
Safe house.
So it means after high school, now you see no need to console your soul.
Oh, Santa Maria.
You get me? I feel like watu huku wengi, I don't know who put fear.
Who even tells you ukiwa high school kuna mtu ako rada yako hivyo?
That's why ghetto kumeja kanisa. You just even fear poverty and they're telling you there is hope.
Kuna ile episode ya Real House episode ya mamboka peleke masufuria nini ati wanaenda kwa dunia inaisha. Na nika kanisa kama bati. Mumeingizwa hata kuna wakardinali fulani video yao wana skit.
You're the one who told me that signs of a failing state.
Yeah. You're becoming
really uphold religion. I feel like religion inakuwa used as a tool for consolation. That's why hakuna spirituality. There's only religion. No one is spiritual. Unaniget design hadi pastor na preach kwa mat. Nishajo unataka sadaka.
Yeah.
Ain't no spirituality to this.
Endgame yako ni
so I won't even listen. But utapata kuna hapo mtu anatafuta job. Ashajiambia enyewe labda nahitaji kuomba. I don't know why we were taught like religion is a consolation.
Yeah,
for hard times.
We use it for consolation.
Na sasa unaona sasa the youngers hawako religious so unapata wako depressed
because they don't need it's because
they don't want to be consoled, they want solutions. That is what me I feel like they are feeling. Mimi sitaki kuwa consoled, nataka tu niambie ni hivi ama si hivi. We know what we are doing next.
Tukavile tuna record msee amejiban pale hivyo mwembe tayari ameenda tu kwa roundabout akajiwasha on fire na kaban wasoma kwa record, it's on Twitter because of the high cost of living. Tuko hiyo point yenye youngers hawataki kuface kitu vile watu wako na face kitambo by kwenda kwa Mungu kuomba no
conform.
They need real time solutions. Ukristo I make sai hopes ninakwambia mimi ndio nakwambia Shalini actually kuna upuzia president wetu kuhide behind hope na Christianity mpaka amefanya mpaka wazazi wetu na people who vote actually because mimi nikwambia Shalini mimi najua my youth man hawaku vote this election. We voted 2017 election by the youth men wali turn out.
Now whoever is trying to say that because you didn't vote I'm not responsible. Let me tell you one thing, I am not going to wake up in the morning put people who don't matter, don't know what to do, what they're supposed to do, and I know it deep inside me in power. It's not my responsibility. Right now I'm not even feeling bad that the cost of living imeongezewa. The only reason is because I did not push this person in power. I don't feel responsible like that. That is my only reason why I'm not feeling responsible.
That's not wako depressed.
And then it can't be an individual's problem. Kama huyo mtu I'm sure ana feel enyewe naumia na niko peke yangu and I can't talk, I can't say, I can't.
The nigga just went and even someone even handed him a lighter.
I think the reason na struggle kuita Ukristo
Kenyans you've become
the reason na struggle kuita Ukristo to me is because I never feel Kenyans have ever even understood religion for it to even be a point for why you're doing anything. Whatever you're doing is just fanaticism.
Actually Shalini, let me bring in the actual term of toxic. Now youngers have chosen to term real things as toxic because hawana religion ya kurely on. Hawako na terms and justifications. So I'd rather even box myself in a group ni determine transgender.
Which is also toxic.
No nasema point ni tumefika point watu wanaanza ku create terms and conditions.
You being told this is Sodom and Gomorrah, you're making me feel like I'm being toxic towards not accepting this shit. But it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't.
By me saying Ukristo Shalini, simanishi the Ukristo yenye unaiteka textbook or unaiteka definition in real term kwa book. na take definition yenyewe iko applied on the society.
Nakwambia the reason I'm struggling ni it's not only Christians who are behaving like this. Hata mtu ajaienda kanisa uko tu na some self righteousness. I don't know where you are collecting
ngoja
unajificha kidogo.
You're just not being real.
Shalin, ngoja nataka tukue realistic. Watu wengi country wako na majina kama Peter, Michael, means ulitoka kwa familia yenye at some point ulikuwa forced kwenda Sunday school.
But Frankie, I've met someone in high school who never went to church. They were even struggling with the teacher during praise and worship. Jua alikuwa anataka ku walk out.
Huyo ni mtu mwenye Shalini, mimi naweza
sema. Like na naambia teacher, I even at home sijawahi.
Ngoja utakuniambia Shalini kuna mtu wako saizi above 20 years old hajai kuwa dedicated in church.
Yeah, I believe so. Kama wazazi wako kwanza maybe ati walikuwa kwa mambo ya majuu sana. Kwa church.
Sasa unajua hapa hivi.
Si ati walikuwa majuu, walikuwa kwa mambo ya majuu.
When you speak to the general Kenyans right now, actually, by the way, we're not speaking about the minority in Kileleshwa or Lavington. Minongelea the general Kenyans.
And that's why I'm telling you.
Like what I'm saying is, mseko outside even Nairobi, mtu anaitwa Michael, Peter ama Joseph, yeye alifoswa kwenda Sunday school at some point. Hata kama ni mashinani. Mimi nasema hivyo.
But I'm telling you, this is what I'm saying, Frankie, Unaona hata percentage ya watu hawakwenda kanisa. They are still self-righteous. Hata hao watu wa Kilimani Karen, they still have that behavior.
Kuna venye unataka watu wakubebe na kuna venye
actually Shalin tunasema ni kuna point yenyewe watu saizi wako age fulani waliintroduce to fear through religion. Na wenye wako introduce through fear through religion hawana mpaka wana shame. Na wameconvert hadi saizi the younger bolder generation haina shame. Unajua kukosa shame inafanya sana za nyongesha na on TikTok. Kosa shame ndio inafanya mtu ako high school amepiga threesome na wewe uko 28 ujepiga threesome.
Mimi nasema hii kitu this is what I'm saying. Me I feel it's just a social system. Religion has nothing to do with it. Hata ka ukupitia church.
It started there. I feel like it started there. But right now it's a social scene. It's not about religion.
Because even education is introduced to Africans through religion.
I went to university with Waswahili wenye nice time nisi Waswahili. Yes. Y'all be talking around these streets like you don't wear hijabs and
that's why I told you kuna hadi Waislamu wenye wako na Ukenya mingi mpaka hiyo Islamu hata make sense to them.
Hiyo Ukenya is what I'm calling it. And you see in such a situation behavior. Sometimes religion has no direct effect on it.
Mishidangu ni Shalin, unajua wase wote wako na bado mtu anawa finance. Na ndio mtu anawa finance hakuje kuna ubuda mwenye haizi kulipia fee kama una behave unavaa viskimpili snai.
Also Franco
no buda yako yana come from a religious root.
Anything happens in this country, we're having a
clergy come out.
No, we're having a national prayer day for Ukame. We're having a national prayer day for people
weird.
That's weird. We can't always pray about things we need to talk about.
But socially hakuna difference mimi nilikuwa na feel. Are you getting what I'm saying?
There's a reason why EBL imepiga loss ya 3 billion. Watu wanaanza kuogopa hadi kukata maji.
No, me I think watu wana tu pesa.
Mimi nakushow
also that on religion.
Pia hiyo yes. But pia socially umse ana preach a message of righteousness na haiko kwetu. Sisi wenyewe sino watu wakata maji.
We are within ourselves we are struggling with the righteousness and with the self-righteousness. We are really struggling with it. But then again, outside, kuna reason why kuna watu wamekufa Shakahola. Kuna watu wanaendanga kwa sijui ni Mahoro ama ni Mahoro ama ni nani.
Pastor Nganga.
This Pastor Nganga. I understand. At Sunday, me work on Sundays. I'm out here with you guys on Sunday. And I see people going to church like sana. Kuna watu wametekwa na hii religion and they want to be very righteous and I know very well underneath that righteousness kuna vitu mnafanya zenye ni mbaya and then these people are the ones spreading this ugonjwa kwa sababu hata kama wewe uendangi church there's this neighbor of yours you like lakini huyu afanyangi hivi so let me just pretend to not be doing it then just do it when they're not seeing me so that there's even if you don't talk, there's no judgy eyes or judgy vibes being given off.
Because me out
don't fear judging each other. Judge each other away.
Mi wase upostingi matisa zenye righteous pale WhatsApp. Ni wase same pale IG wanazoza kuzoza like
Kazoze.
Na nasema bro.
I saw someone called Kazoze.
It's weird.
It's a song. Thank you for bringing it up. I wanted to make reference to that song. Yes.
Land
your point, Frank.
Nasema ni even education do introduce to our granddads walitumia religion. Na hii religion imeingrainiwa kwa baba zetu nini mpaka baba zetu wako na ficha bibi wa pili. Because of that,
they are ashamed. But in an African setting, as much as you have this Christian side, you are very proud to tell your wife, nilicheza nje, kuna mtoi, na sitaki upige kelele. Kwa sababu you're the head of this house.
What I'm saying is, the reason una behave hivyo in the first place, I'm not attributing it to religion. Religion na feel ni kama ni tulia wewe sasa kukua hivyo more.
It's the head start.
Yes.
It's not
ni tool.
It's just a tool for you to now be more self. Unanielewa?
Okay.
The self-righteousness to me, inaanza na si ni wa selfish. And by being selfish, you always want to appear better than the other.
Best.
To me, hadi hizi kukua in clicks. You're being self-righteous in a way. By pretending that kuna certain types of people you cannot associate with, you kujibeba better. To me, is also self-righteousness.
Hadi kuna todo hizi gote hadi watch.
Yes. Me, I was so shocked that people like that exist and they are your friends.
Maka best
and they are
zangu.
your friends.
Mimi nimeenda kubai bajia.
Not like at your friends, mama.
No, I need to find out if I have such friends.
Mimi nimeenda kubai bajia na beste yangu, sasa mtaja saa hizi kwa sababu ni beste yangu, Uo Morio akaambia huo msewa bajia huyo nalikuwa madam mzee. Siko namuita madhe ama mam. Cause ni mzee ada with judge age.
Each other time.
Sasa yule alimuitaje? Madam. Do you know that woman paused, didn't serve, and told him to not call her that again. Asidu hivyo tena. Akamwambia umesikianza kama umenitaje? Akasema umekuita mama there. Akamwambia hivyo. As in inaonesha by the umse kuna mali penye alitoka hakufunzwa kuna uafricanity pia.
Yes. Small respect. Heshima ndogo
hakufunzwa. Unanipata? Na hapo amefunzwa. Na amefunzwa na mtu mwenye ni mama ya watu wengi hata labda wamemdouble age.
It's like the way you've reminded me, sitaongelea kwanza Kaveve Kazoze. Let me go to something else. So apparently there's been a whole issue with Mandy. You know Mandy?
Yeah.
Miss Mandy. She was calling
out.
Cooks. No. Mandy wa Kabaya.
Kabaya. Kabaya.
Yes. So she was calling out this our watu wa New Nairobi. Like Kilimani, Karen. She was calling them out for this. When them watu wa ghetto sing in Sheng, it's tacky and ghetto. But when Kahush wants to sing in Sheng, y'all wanna sit down and say the way his track is on fire.
See, they are winging the Sheng, that's why.
Now people wanted to make that debate all about we should collaborate despite our differences. I was like, hold up.
It's not about collaboration.
Hold up, yeah.
That's not the point.
Stop looking for peace without justice.
Yeah.
We need to spell out the truth.
Because keeping the justice.
When Gengeton came out, 85% of what walikuwa, okay, no one gives me these statistics, I'm putting it in my mind.
Wait, getting your stats, bitch. Wait, getting your stats,
like, I'm not information, I don't.
Your pod give you up, daft.
This is her opinion and her style.
85% of people who are anti that music
are anthropologists.
Nairobi people.
Sour anthropologists.
And I'm not taking that back. And the reason they were hating is because they could not relate.
Yeah.
Na hiyo ndo shida ya Wakenya.
Can you take it back to the time the time we were called obtainers.
But was it because of the music
No.
or the dressing?
Oh my God.
Or because people were just obtainers?
Pause.
No.
Pause. Back
Thank
then,
you so much for bringing
then, wearing lugs, wearing timber, wearing merrel, wearing salmon was ob. Wearing chains and petcoats was ob.
Cat open shoes like
wearing
CAT
cat was ob.
A whole international
wearing jerseys was Ob.
Now it's international.
Now people are in jazzy stores in
And
Moy Avenue.
do you know what I told Frankie? It's only after Ethic Wakadinali started making Sheng seem cool. Now everyone wants to jump on that bandwagon.
Let me quote
and act like it's not Turkey anymore.
Let me quote
It's not Gero anymore.
Let me quote Ska Shalin. Actually, Ska actually made it clear. Alisema, we made wrong look right and made y'all look alike. Unanipata?
Yeah.
And that's the Ukristo pia mimi neza extend to hiyo. If we can make wrong look right, then everyone can look alike. It means y'all were not even that in the first place. Y'all were pretending.
Yeah,
y'all were in sheep's clothing. Na hiyo ndo nasema makondo za Ukristo.
Sasa mimi imagine unasema tu Kristo, I'm like
I know, but let me just call it that meaning.
I'm telling you, it's just
kwanza watu wasiol
levels.
Actually, big up Shalom Okech, my CU chairman, my school captain. Alikuwa na treat with the same level of respect. Na alikuwa na preach the same message, anasema, sasa wanasikiza tu muziki za kina Liliwe na maanishi ni mashei tu. Achini kukuwa nayo thinking yenye ni puny. That nigga was actually woke. Unanipata? In a way, hiyo ni kitambo 2014 tulikuwa high school, but alikuwa woke.
Kwangu, it's the levels we put. And by levels, I mean, just because I'm walking in Westgate, you get a chance to look at me how you want to look at me. Because you feel better. Why do you even feel
why
better?
Are
that's
humans in constant
question.
competition? Tuna compete kuenda wapi? In the first place, guys, just know the reason why unasikia tu kama na look different.
Now by then nimesikia ngoma kwa mat. All of it.
We're supposed to be different.
Let me ask you a question kwanza before to cross to kaveveka zote about the Ukristo,
Yes.
Which other religion in encourage your competition?
Mimi siko kwa religion. I can't even answer that question. That's why I'm saying I can't even
what Franco is saying is, if the problem is rooted deeply in Christianity, which other religion do you see roots this thing and influences their people to actually compete? Because sababu Wakristo wako na lot of
unanielewa where I'm at. I'm saying this is what I'm saying. For example, ata muindi wa Nairobi atani treat different. That's my problem. It's ikifika hapo ata si.
But I also understand I've encountered an Indian who's fully Indian, and I've encountered hawa waindi wenye ni
wa Kenya.
This black Indian anaongea tu Sheng, like he feels so comfortable and even looks more comfortable among us black people than anaweza kuwa, because vile hata anaongea the way he. But huyu mwingine, you even stand near him and is like,
hebu niambie na Waislamu.
Don't stand so close to me.
Niambie na Waislamu kwa sababu mimi naweza sema the other majority.
I feel like Somalis have that kind of thing.
Now ni tribe. Yo si mambo na religion. Yo, that's a tribe.
My issue is
that's a language group.
Me, I just
that's a language group.
The problem is just classism. I can't even put religion
Christianity
on. It's not
encourage classism.
Because if there are Christians, non-Christians who are behaving
but
like
that.
that.
Hata ukiwatch like, let's say Black American, out when you're like in the red, nini, the when it's nini, Black
Panthers.
Rednecks.
The rednecks. People
yes.
who grew in like Texas and such places. See, kuna this church culture, and they go with like their hats, well dressed in pearls, blah blah blah. Then after church is my son made it to the football team.
That's
my
what
son,
I'm
you see, that's what Franco is saying.
I get that.
It's rooted from there kwa sababu hadi watoi wenyu wako tu. It happened to us.
Atapaki.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It happened to us.
Every church
so you would get as adults mkikutana hata kama it's not at church, tuseme you randomly bump into each other in town. The first question is, squeeze unadungi? I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you. Now you see nimetoka.
I know, but I'm telling you guys,
I've come straight from religion. I've come straight from religion into social. Kwa sababu the religion aspect is these kids being taken to church and listening to their parents compete about it. No. They grew up and maybe one is not in church, maybe both are not in church, maybe both are still in church. It doesn't matter. Wamekutana tu randomly tao. Archives to be specific. Hapo ndo watu gongana sana. Archives.
Surprise.
The first question mtana kuuliza ni excuse I don't feel like half the time I'm asking you so that we can collaborate or promote.
Even, yeah.
I'm asking you just to measure myself or measure yourself or measure you with me. Unajua? That is the first instinct is not to collaborate.
Mimi nabese wa Islamu wengi. Abdub, Jalil, I've never felt it with any of them.
But you see, that's where we are coming into. Me, I had a classmate called Faria, and if you hear this, I don't care. That bitch was mean, and she was Somali. And Muslim.
I know Somalis.
No man nimewambia.
That's why nakwambia Snyder, I'll struggle with religion when you tell me it's about Christianity. She ain't Christian.
And that's why he's asking, are there other religions that are, kwa sababu Islam does not encourage that. Ye mali ametoa meanness yake could be from her roots.
From tribe.
And that's
not religion.
Na ndo basi nasema.
Yetu ina come from religion because tumesahau tribes zetu hata. Tumezisahau kabisa tribes zetu. We can't even root anything to our tribes.
Frankie na tuna exist kama society. Let me tell you one thing. Leo nimesikizia wimbo ya Kaveve Kazozi.
One, I like that name.
Yeah.
But thank you for understanding my point on Christianity. Thank you.
I've understood you guys. I'm just telling you, I think it's a bigger umbrella.
And that's why nimefika mpaka kwa the social aspect where this person, either one of them is in charge or the other one is not, or they're both in charge or they're both not in charge. There's a change. But the competition is still there.
I'm not accepting at the root is even religion. That's where we are.
Let me refer to elders. On elders, we ascertained that hao bado wana control the factors of production, si ndio? Hao bado ndio ma CEO, si ndio? Hao bado wanafanya mpaka uko na fees ya kwenda huko ufanye ICT, ufanye engineering, uchange courses kama mbwau, kawe ni millennial, kama wewe ni Gen Z. Wewe ndio una finance, anakulipia mpaka Kejaro Isambu.
I just blame capitalism.
Hawa mambo wenye nasema wako na maklande nje na wako 60 na bado wana preach Christianity kwa nyumba yao. Wewe ndio tunasema as in sheep's clothing all over.
But we are all in agreement. Judy Shalin is just saying the same thing. Just that in Shalin's eyes, it's no longer religion.
It's no longer.
It is just social.
It has not even evolved from that.
Mimi nasema na connect back to religion because of that one factor. The elders are still in control.
Yeah.
They are still in control.
Shalin, because places like tuseme huku kwenye kuna constant war, like Iraq and what not. See, kuna different tribes and they all believe in Islam. But they're still fighting each other. Kuna those who are meaner than others. Nikatu in Kenya, we are mostly we are Christians. But ikifika saya post-election violence, kulikuwa nayo story.
They even banning people in churches and burying them in churches.
I mean, Eldoret, mimi ni Mkikuyu, wewe ni Mluya, huyu ni Mjaluo. It doesn't matter. We were going to one church. Then all of a sudden, ati atupendani kwa sababu tuna compete on a political level that does not even concern us.
This is my point, guys. This is my point. You can't blame something that has never even been practiced right in the first place. It can't be a reason. It can't be church.
It was not practiced right. Why, Charlene? Is it because ati hao watu wako na akili? No. And you had all the time in the world to figure this shit out and settle it.
The white man only introduced them. He didn't ingrain them.
Akuambia ni lazima and even left and left you guys with the things you still had.
No maana niko nasema even our granddads maintain their Africanity by being Christians. We just lost it somewhere.
I'm still maintaining that ata leo to -2 hivi Christianity
will still be mean and
have a social problem. And my point is haikuanzia na Christianity. That's my problem. It started with capitalism. The minute you are trying to be better than the other person, that's where it starts. Now see Christianity, Snyder, I'm saying is like a knife. It's like I'm equipping you now. It's like I tell you to go to war, right? And then I actually give you a weapon. Unanielewa? That's how I take Christianity. It's just like
that's what he's saying.
He's saying it's the root cause.
Yes.
I'm not saying you're saying it's the root cause.
It's the weapon that always causes the
Are you saying it's the root cause? To me, it's not the root cause. What I'm understanding, I get you. What I'm understanding from you is, and I'm saying, wewe unachukulia religion kama root cause of a problem. That's why we are disputing. Jumina Sema.
Do you know why I'm saying
it's
that?
It's not a root cause.
Do you know why I'm saying that?
It just changed from.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying
this
that?
Thing has just been changing from. That's what we are saying.
And if it existed even before, how can it come and impact our culture so largely that we can't even go back to the people?
Because we are so
after
blind.
Colonialism, who went back?
To me. That's
Charlene, after colonialism, who went back to being African? Who?
No one.
But I'm telling you,
that is the problem, Charlene. And what was used to actually come at us?
Still were Muslims in this country and they were not doing any better is my problem.
The dominant religion is
It
Christianity.
doesn't matter. You still existed
Charlene, until today watu wanakuwa converted to Muslim and it's not even the biggest population.
Wait,
That when Ramadan is there, it's a public holiday.
Have you ever heard about the Amish?
Yeah.
Do you know about the Amish? Yeah. They held on to their beliefs despite whatever it was. So if it is Christianity, why did you sway? If you don't even go to church, you don't even get the message I get. You are in your own belief, but you're coming into my system.
Charlene, what I'm saying, Charlene.
So it means it's not even the message
You can be converted. That's what it means.
Yeah. What I'm
it
saying,
means
Charlene,
your belief
Charlene,
can actually be changed. That's
what I'm saying
means.
is, even while the white man came to dupe the African, he used religion to even teach us education.
That's what it started with.
Nakwambia, we took the wrong form of religion because we forgot our Africanacity. Mimi nasema hivyo. And from that level hata hiyo communism nini kaisha tukacha kwa community tukacha hiyo mambo yote, but our granddads still maintained it in the families. Walijaribu.
I'm saying we were trying to be
tukishumo Charlene, there was some community going on, but hata at the same time kuna mzazi angekuja kushombono umepiga mtoto wangu. Unaona, like it's common knowledge that mtoto akifanya kitu mbaya anafaa kukua discipline, but why is there this person that comes out
the only thing I'm agreeing is tuliagree kuchukua white culture and religion is part of it. It ain't it. It's just part of it.
Charlene,
so white people are just naturally mean, and it's not even about their religion.
Capitalism. Wait, let me land my point. That's why I'm saying, Snyder, capitalism uleta nature ya kukua competitive. And if you're being competitive, you always want to appear better.
Can I interject?
Than whoever.
The capitalism you're saying is coming from the fact that these people come out and say sijui Ludwig Kraft discovered sijui what, and it was there and we knew it was there. So it was the capitalism, what she's saying.
Me actually saying that asema, you said something right but not all of it is right. Ni ukweli, yes, tulichukua the white culture, but most of the actually mimi nilikwambia watu wali get the time ya kuobserve mzungu kupik even mannerisms are only the Kikuyu. Other people were only introduced to religion directly. It was either collaborating or resisting.
But how come basi Friends Quakers was the first church na ikuwa kwa Wasapere? How come?
Kwa sababu nakwambia kwa sababu other tribes
was the only reason, yes, it was the only
they
way.
Approached every other tribe
telling
with
someone
misikatai
with Kikuyu skiza with Kikuyus wali approach nini Mount Kenya wakisema ina kama Scotland Alps, so they wanted to settle settlers. They were settlers,
than
not
attacking,
but they came to other tribes as missionaries. They came with a tool to dupe you.
Joe, imagine when I went to Mumias to visit the land ya
we are just on different trajectories here. Now to move on, I'm even running out of things to think. Whatever is the root cause, your self-righteousness exists. Can you now meet there?
Yeah.
So that's what we're saying.
Moving from the
exchange form to what you're saying now.
Now that's where we were disagreeing, because the form it had taken in the first place to me wasn't religious.
But
that's where you guys are right.
But you see, Charlene, hadi huyo nani na bongo aliambiwa na babake mzungu anakam. Before he died aliambia mtoto wake mzungu anakam na kona trinkets za kukudisrupt, na akamwambia all those trinkets, and they came as trinkets: religion, a gown, and a bicycle.
And that's why I'm calling it a tool. Religion was just a tool of them getting to us.
But you see, it was the easiest route. That's why we would base it on that. It was the easiest and most effective.
Ngoja ningeagree na nyinyi only if everyone in this whole country was Christian. But it ain't like that. No. So I cannot agree.
What I'm saying is, what Franco is saying is, it was the most effective tool they used.
Yes.
Not everyone is Christian. Watu walikuwa kwa the coast of Kenya.
Actually, ndio get education. You had to convert.
People in Mumias are now converting from Christianity to Muslim.
Hatuwezi endelea kusema ni Christianity na in the same listen. In the same society. I cannot base it on religion at all.
Let me pause where what you're getting wrong. Kenya nasema different ni yes, kuna roots za Christianity na ime-evolve to something different yenye ni social. I agree. Na Kenya nasema ni because of reference to the oldest episode watu bado wako na strings on the current social aspect of life.
na hao watu wana come from a root yenye ni so religious ilikuwa ingrained in fear. So if fear wanatuselia sisi na si na come as depression because we can't buy a religion card through fear. Tunasema tu. But point ni bado wako ingrained. Maana sasa unasema maka wa leo unaona bado magari kubwa asubuhi zikienda church, si ndio? Yeah. Au si watu wa young, au ni watu wazee wako na Mercedes nini, ma 4-wheel, ma Prado, wana ferry. Me have seen kids up to today's night wako bundled up in a car, tulikuwa bundled up tukiwa toi mpaka kwa boot kupelekwa tu church. Tunasema
that was annoying.
Ndugu buda akitoka hiyo church tena bado kuchukua klande wake ampeleke lunch. I make sense why unadanganya.
Take you for lunch, drop you back at home.
Because bado umtoyata grow up into the same society yenye uklande yuko. Unataka kwa klande wa nani? Ndio tunasema tu. Kama tuja unachikivla wa essay, sikiza, unachikivla vile essay wako comfortable na kusema mablessa.
Let's proceed frankly and say no matter the root cause. Tuko kwa hii self righteousness. Tutoke kwa kwenye imeanzia. Tutoke kwa the cause, the why.
But for my own opinion, mimi nasema for my own opinion, because the elders still hold strings to the youngers right now. The religion aspect is still heavy on the youngers. I don't even know what strings they hold anymore. No, nimekwambia wanakulipia rent, wanakulipia fee, nakwambia watu wa young wako 28 na wako stuck in school because they don't got shit to do. Fuck.
Mimi sita blame older, sita blame self-righteousness tu inaendelea in Kenya generally. I'm here to say
there's someone who has to take responsibility.
From nowhere. Since we are not agreeing on the way it started,
the fact
we need to move on, guys.
Charlene, the fact that tume conclude tuka agree ati kuna evolution of this self-righteousness vile imekuwa inapasiviwa before and now there's someone to take responsibility for yani umeieka moto
and Kolo said that niko nini. Kolo said
change form, transfer generations and generations below.
Kolo said, by the way, we can't enjoy the plenty within our borders if no one can take responsibility. Men need to take responsibility.
And you see, nando nasema hapo kwa responsibility, and it's not even only me and you. Someone else hata will come here na seme si religion,
hata kwa comments
na ongeze aseme ni vitu zingine. And that's why I'm saying we cannot stick to the root cause,
but someone is
we are here
but then again in the same breath let's take responsibility.
My point is
someone took responsibility.
Listen, we live in a country where no one has ever been held accountable. And if you are not held accountable, you cannot take responsibility. So whether you take responsibility or not, ndo nawaambia to me haimata. We are still in that self-righteousness.
We can't start from the fruit, Charlene. We need to go back to the roots.
Na roots tuna disagree. You have your reasons for why it's like that. I have my. We cannot agree on opinion.
And that's why we need to. That's why everyone everyone needs to come and have the conversation anywhere you are. Ndio mjue what's the roots to you.
Because at some point with you being self-righteous,
someone can come with even a third point.
You see now what's happening here? Ndo nawaambia. We will wallow on the root cause. Why are you wallowing? Doesn't matter.
I'm not even on the root cause.
Me, my problem is what led you to put on your locks. They are here.
What she's saying is taking responsibility is part of the solution.
No one can take responsibility if no one is being held accountable in the first place.
Hold yourself accountable. Why are you waiting for someone to come and hold you accountable?
Nyinyi mnasema self and you're still saying the root cause is religion. Na kwangu mimi root cause is religion. Self is already diverse.
Let me come to self.
Self is already too diverse.
Let me come to self.
To tell people to hold themselves accountable.
I'm coming to self through root because kuna venye kila mtu pia lazima ajiangalia one, si lazima ati ni kuwe na post verses na nenda 1824. I can just choose a lifestyle and stick with it. Si lazima ati uko na self-righteous when you're with your parents na sengine unakata maji. Me, I've seen people my age hide liquor from their parents. I've seen people my age older even hide everything from their parents. What I'm saying is whatever the case nasema now I'm coming to self.
It's because of that self-righteousness. Yes. It's not because of religion. Yes. We are not saying it's because of religion. Tunasema tu it's because you're trying to be self-righteous.
Always.
And the fact that this self-righteousness has been evolving over the years, take responsibility by yourself. Unaona mtu kama mimi, I want to take responsibility for the fact that there's a point I acted self-righteous when I was supposed to act like myself for someone to actually be influenced the correct way.
By saying to take responsibility, are you trying to tell someone be aware and try not to be self-righteous?
No.
Yes, it is the be aware. It is the be aware, Charlene.
Yes, I'm
Me
not
for the
for
be aware.
accept.
Kwa sababu
And accept who you
Franco
are.
Accept why accepting makes you a dick.
already ukiwa aware usha accept.
Ati, I'm
Usha
like
accept.
that. I'm like that.
Hapana, hiyo si hata si acceptance. You I'm like that ni justification.
Justification.
People just
That's
justify
what,
things.
that's what people take as acceptance. Ati mimi nimekubali mimi niko
no,
hivyo.
no, guys. Acceptance
Mimi
si
nimekubali.
justification.
Mimi nasema by the way kujiaccept by the way nilikuwa nakwambia tulikuwa tunachilingi mimi Deno Paps na tungebonga mimi na Paps na watu wengine. Paps alikuwa mtu anapenda mtu vocal, he used to talk a lot, unanipata. Deno ni mtu visual.
I with Paps for hours.
Yeah, Deno ni mtu visual, so ungepata tunabonga Deno hata pick anything tunasema, yeye anaangalia the fact that tumevaa white and black. Unanipata. What I'm saying is he has accepted the fact that he can't be in our conversations but he can chill with us. Kuna saa ata engage, kuna saa kama inamuinvolve na kuna saa ata engage.
It's only that I'm saying, Frankie,
accept
to me
you are.
awareness goes beyond acceptance. What Snyder is saying, awareness means you are even aware of times when you are tending to even
Awareness
have that
is intention.
mentality. Yes, you are being now intentional.
And that's what I'm saying, Franco. Unaona tukiwa
intentional
intentional inamaanisha hakuna mtu mwenye atajilight up in flames. Kwa sababu at some point I showed you utakuwa na do na utakosa do and it's okay. And you can go past
now
this.
Accept.
Yes, no, the saying it's okay is the acceptance.
It's so narrow.
Skiza.
It's too narrow.
Let me come.
Accept. You tend to just be okay with
Actually,
it.
No, as
Charlene,
in, so
let me use the
kukua
example.
okay in a point where you're not doing anything.
Now that's
as in,
awareness. Now you're past acceptance.
Kukua okay
now you're moving to awareness.
I am in this position. Cool.
Sawa.
So
what now
what
do I
next?
do? Now the
Yes.
what you do is
Ngoja.
now the awareness.
Nikuulize swali Charlene, using your example like in Miss Mandy na watu wa Nairobi, is that acceptance or awareness?
She is aware.
Yeah, and they
Hawa wengine they are being acceptive. They are being receptive.
They're trying to
Wanakubali.
justify.
You get what I'm saying? But they are not being
They're trying to
aware
justify.
Unajua,
and that is
let me ask you mtu amefanya
no,
media.
you-
There's a difference between Snyder
But see, let's not
passing
call
information.
acceptance justification. Kwa sababu you kusema I'm like this is a justification. It's not an acceptance.
Yeah.
You have accepted yourself, but you're justifying the situation
That's
so
why,
that everyone else.
that's why
Charlene,
Frankie I'm
Charlene.
saying
So that everyone else
acceptance
can
is
be
a slippery
comfortable.
slope.
this acceptance,
You need to be aware, not only to accept.
Acceptance is from the society.
Okay,
not personal.
let's wusa.
Ngoja usa. Nimekuusa
Ujausa.
nimeusa.
Ujausa.
Mimi niko kama already.
Usa.
Actually,
Yes.
nakwambia nimekuuza swali ndo nikuoneshe acceptance yenye naongelea ni self acceptance. Ukijikubali, uko aware of the things you like and the things you don't like. No one can push you over the edge akwambie take shots or do this line.
Okay.
When
we're on the same trajectory, let's stop even arguing over
I'm not
definition.
No, I'm not
over
arguing.
definition.
I'm not
We're on the
arguing.
same trajectory.
I'm saying
Whether you
what you had
accept and you are
gotten.
aware, as long as you know
Ngoja.
that you are doing it,
What you had
you
gotten.
avoid doing
Yeah.
it.
What you had
That's
gotten
what we are
maybe
saying
is
in a
an
nutshell.
acceptance ya general society. Hiyo siko huko na when general society. Self awareness na self acceptance ina come to a point of mimi najua what I like and to the point I like it and you can't force me to go past it.
But I'm only saying that's a toxic
also-
mentality
yeah,
because do you
It's
get
not
why
toxic.
it's toxic kwa sababu now
It's
you'll
not
put
toxic.
yourself in a cocoon where do you get me Frankie nikikwambia ati
It's being who you
no,
are.
this is the
We
difference.
can't be
I was
same.
even to
Okay,
ask.
it
I was
becomes
even to
toxic
ask.
when you expect people to conform for you.
Yes.
I feel the difference is
Yes.
this. Do you feel there's a difference between me giving you information and me now giving you that awareness? Is there a difference? You know,
Yes.
information,
Yes.
I can just come and tell you
Yes, there's a
there's a team
difference.
called Manchester United.
And then
That's just information.
and awareness.
To me now, that's acceptance. Are you getting me? That's what I'm
yes,
taking
yeah.
acceptance.
Yeah.
In
Yes,
the
yeah.
layman's language.
That's what I'm saying.
Layman's language, Snyder, mtu akikwambia you need to accept yourself.
That's what I'm
To me,
saying,
you're
Charlene.
telling me I need to be okay with my toxic traits and
No,
my good
no,
traits.
no.
Listen to how I'm taking
Yes,
in the
Charlene,
yes.
message.
in the layman's language, that's what
Yes,
it means.
that's why
but
there
guys, that
comes
is not what it
awareness.
is.
Yes.
There comes now awareness where yes you have accepted, but now beyond the accepting, like what are you doing with this
about
information?
it?
So ni sawa if we are meaning the same thing. I'm only saying acceptance to me sounds a bit more shallow than actually being aware and
It's a thin
intentional.
line.
And intentional. Because again, you could have been being okay with something is not being intentional about it. That's what I'm saying. You can be okay with tagging along with me.
Yeah.
But if you really, really wanna come, it's a whole other vibe. You get what I'm saying?
I think we create your level too kwa the definitions we
No, I feel like that level exists generally. Get this. Acha niweke in this point. Snyder, imagine you meet me going to the mall. Let me put it like this. My last example. You meet me going to the mall. Nikwambie, sunipeleke. The excitement about going to the mall at that point is not as similar as tungeka to decide,
it shouldn't be, what you're saying is it shouldn't be enough
reactional
for me to
it shouldn't just be an in the moment type of doing.
No, nasema reactional.
And to me, acceptance is an in the moment type.
Let me ask you a simple question.
But
after elections,
after
elections,
it doesn't work like that. We all agree it doesn't work
after
like
elections,
that,
people say accept and move on. What do they mean?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
What do they mean?
Think of the next step, because even though ikuko.
Yes. Point yangu ni, mimi point nasema acceptance ni, umefika point yenye umeona, mimi ni ale
so
na wewe.
Understanding acceptance as something that is being shoved down your throat.
No, I'm understanding.
You're making me feel like I need to do this because of you.
Yes, it's the same way J. Cole says. J. Cole says in night job. J. Cole says in night job. Even if I'm sad, am I supposed to look happy? Tunasema tu. Acceptance is accepting the fact that mimi saizi nataka kuwa sad, mimi saizi nataka kuwa happy. I ain't supposed to be happy because you're all happy or because the mood's happy.
Ni vile tunakwambia to me.
But your acceptance should be called awareness, then the aftermath is reaction.
I think what I'm trying to tell Frankie is ukiniambia mimi acceptance, the opposite of acceptance to me is denial. And denial to me means hata sitaki kukubali niko broke. So ukikuja uniambie acha kwa in denial. Mimi nita accept that manze niko broke. Ni vile tu nakwambia sometimes acceptance does not necessarily come with let me land. Sometimes ukiambia mtu accept the way you are, it does not come with the aftermath of the proactivity of that person.
I think
acha nimalize. It will mostly come with this person now being okay that they broke. Wait. Unless now there are people who are thinking differently, ndo atasema okay, now I'm okay with the fact that I'm broke. So what do I do to get money?
But you see, it's in human language.
Really? That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Hata hivyo ndo mimi nakwambia na maana nasema if you saying acceptance, mimi nitasema awareness. But at the end of the day, if you are meaning the same,
it's the problem in Kenya where nakwambia people just call shit things because they can just put less words with it. Toxic mentorship nini. Na same nasema hata hapo hivi ndo nakwambia Shalini yeye anaongelea about acceptance in a certain scenario. Mimi naongelea about acceptance in terms of characteristics of a person. Mimi najijua in terms of life, nimekuwa nikistruggle na hiki kitu. So imefika point yenyewe nimeanza kustruggle nayo.
Ukiambiwa kubali inamaanisha you have no other alternative.
Mimi niko huko.
Do you know why I'm saying that? Do you know why Snyder
point yenyewe
scenario.
Shalini ako point yenyewe sawa nimekubali, but sasa what next? Shalini ako hapo. Wewe uko kwa umekubalishwa and you have no other hakuna
actually what I know is Snyder, out of acceptance comes out who you are. Ndio maana nimewaexplain
either you will accept or react and
ndio maana nimwambia example ya tukiwa kwa rooftop mimi Deno na Paps ili show tu kuna storytellers kwa hii scenario na kuna a graphic designer kwa hii scenario. Huyu hapa amekubali path yake na amekubali path yao, but they can coexist. What I'm saying is point ya coexist na kukua point ya kukua real with each other, not pretentious in sheep's clothing.
And all we are saying is for you to realize when you're being self-righteous, accept and be aware. That's all I'm saying. My problem is layman vile uchukulia vitu ni na me have seen it in actual life scenarios. Unaambia mtu we ni mchafu. Mi ni mchafu. Ni do. Si ame accept. Are you getting me?
But sasa you can't.
But sasa wewe una accept then.
Kuna mwingine atasema mi si mchafu.
Lakini
amesha go against what you even think of him.
Sijakataa huyo.
Unanuka. Mi si nuki.
Mimi nakwambia sasa Frankie, imagine mwenyewe sawa ame accept yeye ni mchafu. But still hayuko intentional. So
mtu anakuambia mimi si nuki. Ngoja, mtu anakuambia mimi si nuki, yali go passport ya kuambiwa nanuka na watu wengi.
Mimi nimeambiwa na mtu najua nanuka. Ni do.
Ni uju kuoga.
thank you. Mtu it means naida na ndo nakwambia. Watu wengi mtu mjinga atakwambia mi niko hivyo.
So
and that
in
is
conclusion, guys,
saying, don't take that as acceptance. If you're getting
Uliza
me,
si ujinga, guys.
Yes.
I know, just ask. No.
Be intentional. The intentionality is what go past receiving the information. That is where most Kenyans get stuck
when your brain's fried.
Kuna watu waligo cold to a point of snai. Hata hiyo Kenya nasema hiyo kwa aware, it's even far-fetched. They even need to come back to just acceptance. We understand that. If you just understand acceptance, maybe you can understand who you are, then maybe you can be aware.
Na tuna time clearly podcast leo imetuonyesha we are all on different trajectories, but there's a standard, and the standard
there's a meeting point, of course.
Accept and be aware when you're being classist, when you're drawing levels, you're contributing to this self-righteousness that you're talking about.
That's why I told you, even on Sunday you see an SUV or a Prado carrying that baba who was a Klande, his family who will grow up to be Klandes. Now anaenda church and after that atapeleka huyo Klande out. Kuna meeting point that day for everyone. Na point ni, we need to accept who we are and stop pretending to kwanza. To stop pretending to kwanza.
Call it as it is, guys. Spade.
Yeah.
Spoon.
If you want to call it awareness, call it awareness. If you want to call it acceptance, call it acceptance. But the fact is, kuna point ya kupretend tuko in sheep's clothing na tunafuata tu upuzi. Na we need to stop.
I think what I'm saying is, unajua, if you tell someone from New Nairobi, you have to understand that our watu wana protest, for example, they really don't have food. There's a point of knowing this information and actually understanding this information.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
saying.
The
understanding is not there.
Go beyond just knowing.
Yeah.
The knowing, I'm classist, does not help. If you are just
guys,
knowing.
Let me just tell you, I also just know things, then I come here and ask these guys because they're very Kenyan and I'm not.
Knowledge doesn't
I know I will not bring myself
all the time. You just know.
The same way ulikuwa unajua ati God is supposed to help you pass your exam, so ati unajicommit sa exam, man.
But haujipe huyu God alisema ulikuwa unafaa kushajisaidia.
Na hivyo ndo tunawaambia Wakenya wengi we get lost in the knowing stage. Kwa sababu unapata watu wanajua finance bill. Do you understand? Do you understand the
You're just angry.
Let me just ask. Do you understand, Snyder, the amount of deductions you're getting this month?
I don't even understand what this thing is.
You get what I'm saying?
And
but people wako mali wanasema finance bill
na tuumiza.
No,
finance bill.
Yeah.
Just sit that person down
and
all
be speaking the same language.
Do you understand that ile fund mlipo na president anaomba loan saizi kwa UN apewe loan ya kuwapatia tena hiyo fund. Na hiyo loan italipwa na nini?
Worldcoin. You just know there is money. Do you understand what it takes for you to earn this money?
As long as she's selling this coins and
getting money.
Back,
and that's why I keep saying.
Actually, Shalin, nilikwambianga nikiwa church, kuna point nilifeel sioni you God. Na simfeel.
Back to that thing. Now that's why I'm saying, for me, even religion, hakuna hata point to shai waielewa. For us to start saying.
Sasa, we just know there is God. We don't understand.
You don't understand what it means to be godly.
That's where mimi na draw line between us and other religions. Because me nimemitoa religions zingine, they actually understand their religion. They don't know their religion.
You know why I'm conflicting with you, Frankie? Do you know what I'm saying? You are human first. Fuck all that bullshit.
Yeah, also.
You know, to me, stick to. I think to ajai teachiwa religion. There are things that just come naturally.
But mbona si tuko numb to it now wako aware.
That's why I'm saying I cannot now want to peg it on.
It needs to be trained. Spectrum. It needs to be trained in you. No, nakwambia Shalin. Even
then
in
it means religion Shalin is not even the tool. It's the tool they've been using, but it's not working.
You've seen me learn an instrument. How did I learn the instrument? By practicing daily. Sindio? Point ni, even that you need to be rooted in it. Even that humanity, you need to be rooted in it.
But
point
I'm saying, Frankie, maybe the rooting was not through religion. That's why we got it wrong.
Whatever the case.
We got stuck in trying to make it about that religion.
Whatever the case, Shalini ni nasema, in Christianity, I didn't feel rooted to humanity.
I don't even think there's anything like rooting. Me, I know humanity just exists in a human soul.
Kuna rooting. Lazima ikue.
Na ndo nasema, maybe to us, we try to make it about religion, but it was never really about it.
You just don't feel close to that. To feel kuna vibrations zenye unajinyimanga when you're locked up in a certain box, whether it's religion, whether it's you need to be out here to feel vibrations ndio ukwe hata aware of the fact that biology was an important subject and
Frankie,
it was real.
Get me right, you're sounding like I'm conflicting. I'm not. I'm only saying it cannot be the only mass tool of mass destruction. No.
See, the tool has been changing. That's what we
are
saying.
But it never
also
was even that. That's where we are conflicting.
It was the first thing they used.
If watu wanaweza patana Snyder wacheze ball na coexist and they don't speak the same language, they don't believe in the same thing, it means there's something above all this shit.
It used to exist. Then for Africans ikachukuliwa. Cause uzi kuja unaniambia ati uwezi kuna believe in this mountain and then you make me believe in someone I've never seen.
Yeah.
I don't
you see Charlene, that's what I'm saying with Africans. That's why we are speaking Africanly.
Yes.
Sisi tulinyimwa hiyo.
I agree fully.
They really came at us.
Yes, there's an identity to that was taken from us.
Yes.
Spirituality. It's the spirituality.
Yes, they really came at us.
And it was our religion.
Spirituality was the being us.
It was our religion. We used to go pour libation. We used to chant.
But you see
we used
now,
to
and that's
drums,
why I'm saying Christianity, Islam and whatnot didn't exist at that time in my head.
It's raining, alhamdulillah.
Yes, because if it was not being documented, then it was not existing. I believe there's a time there was no religion. You could only be spiritual and feel that nourishment individually.
Yeah, kulikuwa na Phoenicians at that time.
Yes, and if there was still war at those times.
Phoenicians hakuwa na war, walikuwa na travel around the world wakispread knowledge. Ndio walibuild the pyramids apparently. Walikuwa na spread knowledge. Apparently ndio waliandika tabs mob. So point yangu ni actually mimi nasema ni Charlene, it's okay, but point ni kuna point yenye walitumia hiki tuka tool no maana mpaka waleo
like it was their most important tool.
It was a mass, it was a weapon of mass destruction.
They say there are 3 cities that control the world: New York, Vatican na sijui gani nyingine nimesahau. As in Vatican is the religion, New York ni the stocks na nyingine ni sijui the what, the art. Unanipata ni Paris, I think. Unanipata Vatican mpaka waleo iko na uzani. Na hiyo kitu tunasema hata sasa ile Kenya kuna na urazi clergy suddenly come
they
out.
Have to talk about it, they have to give their input.
Mimi, I believe the black man's curse was mental. And I was telling even Frankie, I think white people struggle with depression and all this shit because they've never been fucked mentally. But Charlene, that's why it's so heavy for them. But that's why I'm saying Snyder. I'm not disagreeing that.
But why are you now struggling mentally?
It is a tool. But Ebu,
because about hatuna hiyo religion ya kutukonsole.
Thank you. That's why I'm saying.
There's nothing.
That's why I'm saying. Ndo maana nasema when it gets to a point now, the problem goes beyond that religion. You can't even now peg it on that religion anymore.
We're not pegging it. We're just saying it has changed form, but that was the root cause.
It was not even the root cause to me. If kama mtu amekuja tu hii country na hata hakuwa na practice what as we were practicing, bado ana fall into the system.
Charlene,
it means it's the system and
Charlene,
system, but
Islam,
at that time ingekuwa Christianity.
Islam is a deduction of Christianity, but they just said you just focus on a prophet. Point ni kulikuwa na point watu walikuwa na kunyishwa tu point kitu inaitwa religion na ilikuwa elixir of the masses.
Whatever happened,
opium of the masses.
Whatever happened, mimi nasema whatever the root cause
and
was,
it still is.
It isn't now.
It's socially now attacking us. Unasema sasa hizi unaona sasa angalia watu wetu wa young wamefika point yenye they ain't got that even fake religion. They ain't got the original religion yenye ilikuwa yetu African. Now they just depressed.
We also never had it. Even I never even feel like I've tasted.
As we had the fake religion.
They tried to give us.
As we had the fake religion. Nakwambia we relied on fake religion. Fake religion. Actually fake religion yetu ilikuwa imetuinstill kutuonesha fear. That's why tukiwata chuo you could go pray because of an exam.
Because they were using it as a tool. Now you're getting it. Like to me, Snyder in my mind, I cannot blame something that never even existed in the first place.
But it still held you.
In the right form.
If it held you to some certain principles at a certain point, it still held you.
But my problem is,
and that is the existence it held you.
And that's the nurturing point. Nurturing determines nature. Na point yenye umekuwa nurtured in religion to a point of nature yako imekuwa fear. Wewe uko tu in fear. No maana nakwambia wase hata tukongelea elders wako in fear because of that. Au wako rooted in fear because it's a fake religion that was introduced to them.
can we just move basi to the solution part?
The solution tumesema actually it's self introspection and breaking the bounds. Wacha kukua kwa point yenye unaacha what defined you in your nurturing age, because saizo ni mtu mzima unasikiza hii podcast. Wewe ni mtu mzima, acha kuacha kitu ilikuwa na kudefine in your nurturing age ikudefine nature saizi. Ati because uliambiwa sijui kudinyana before marriage ni mbaya, hujawahi dinyana. Msiako 30 ajai dinyana, anaanza kuwa na some self anga nini. Tulia bro.
No matter the floor because it's on the floor.
Watu wanadinyana na nothing has happened to them, man.
Yeah, just unlearn what you've been learning.
Yeah.
Basically.
Point ni self introspection will lead you to a point of where you can't pretend
I'm just saying, by the way, fuck that self introspection. Aki, the reason I'm saying this is because I feel there's so much toxicity around acceptance. You're giving room for bullshit. Na mi siko on that train.
Justification.
Listen, siko on that train. 100
bullshit you're saying is the justification.
Siko kwa hiyo train. Siko kwa hiyo train. Train ya mtu kukuja na kwambia it's because I have anxiety. Fuck that shit.
It's like the way
what
I
am I
usually
supposed
say,
to do?
I'm not homophobic, but don't be a homosexual around me.
I don't
I'm not being a straight person
are.
around you.
And oh my
Those
God.
lines
oh
are
God.
not cutting across at all.
Thank you.
Aziko.
I feel like LGBTQ who preach acceptance. Why the fuck should I accept you the way you are so?
And that's why I've told you
Like, that's why that's why ukisema tu acceptance
Shalin.
in my mind I'm like
It's the same way tuliongelea mentorship too. There's just some definition surrounding these words that has made these words. Hata tuliambiwa na our architect alituambia we can't even use the rainbow right now because it's been scarred.
yes.
You can't even use the rainbow na tulitumia kulan colors because it's been scarred.
Don't be uncomfortable
But
around me because I'm
what
homosexual.
I'm
If you're being homosexual around me and making me uncomfortable, ni reflexology.
What I'm saying about acceptance is
just reacting.
accept your self character. I'm not saying societal acceptance. They seek societal acceptance. That's different. Self-acceptance is not societal acceptance. I don't need to care.
Needs to awareness.
No nakwambia that's
essentially.
no nasema self-introspection leads to
Okay,
self-acceptance and self-acceptance is not societal. Alhamdulillah.
Like we being loud.
Inshallah,
Y'all
inshallah.
are
Shukran.
being loud.
Yes,
Shukran.
I feel like we even needed to lower the level. No, we are not done recording. Are we?
But I've gotten my point across.
You had gotten it. That's why I'm telling you to woosa.
We are on the same
We are on
page.
the same page. Don't make it feel like you're making me feel like we're not on the same page.
No, the problem is
we are on the same page.
You can't agree with part of a point. The same way Chronics said, you can't agree with part of a plant. You must agree with just my opinion the way it is. Mimi nasema hivyo tu.
I am.
The same way nasema my opinion is rooted to Christianity. It is rooted to Christianity.
I am accepting that.
Thank you.
That is what you're rooting it on.
Thank
and
you.
I accepted that's what
Thank
also
you.
Snyder is considering rooting it on.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm saying what I'm rooting it on is capitalism.
Yeah,
That's why I was saying we
Thank
move
you.
on now past that.
And if you want to root it on anything else, comment hapo chini.
yeah.
Yeah,
Na
you are
yote
free.
itakuwa very-
We are rooting it on all these reasons because I
once
feel
we
like
find-
they all have weight.
And no plant has one root. Every plant has many roots.
So we are all right.
Okay. And then I said that.
Chronic said that,
watu ni
actually.
wa diverse too.
Yes.
Kila mtu will have their own reasons, but all we are saying is
Let's stop being
self-righteousness
self-righteous,
one starts by classism. Na classism inamaanisha unabeba watu design flani.
Man,
You
I
need
just
to
hate
let
the
that
ripple
go
effect.
one.
I don't like the ripple effect. I don't like that someone leads themselves on fire because imenikumbusha ule dem aliwalk into Thika Road because she could not pay school fees. She could not provide for her daughter. She was a single mother. She's living with her dad and her daughter as in...
Rest in peace to Papi, best ya Jalil. Aliwalk into Mombasa Road, juu ilikuwa stressed na baby mama, na hiyo story yote ya kuprovide. Juu ilikuwa inamshika sana. Alitoka klabu, akaingia tu kwa Mombasa Road, na ikamnyuria.
Let's stop doing things
RIP, man.
thinking of ourselves. Una think of kukwa righteous at that split second, not thinking of the effect it have on a generation.
Yeah, don't be depressed.
Juu huyu ni mtoto mwenye hana baba sasa. We don't know what that effect will have on her kids and the kids of her kids. Unajua?
Basically, kama mna exist kama community, there's no point kuna kwa na self-righteousness. That's what I'm saying.
Everyone is flawed.
Everyone is equal. Everyone is contributing
Flawed.
something.
And everyone is flawed. Everyone has errors. Everyone.
Yes.
Na
We are
pia
not disputing here.
ifike point yenye unafaa kuona by the way sio peke yako kuna ngori ndio maana unakuwa depressed. That's what led Mac Miller to die. Mac Miller thought ako kwa ngori peke yake. Watu wengi utinko kwa ngori peke yao. Ukibonga na watu around wewe by the way realize watu wana go through mambo mob. wewe bonga na mtu na itakusaidia kufanya self introspection. Musemanga hivyo, watu uniangalianga wanaona nimechorwa from head to toe. If you think you're mad, you think I'm mad. If you see me, ukiona niko na locks nono, niko na masilva, niko tu mbaya maybe. Na umse yako mbaya. Itakusaidia. Mimi wanangadi chokora na namwambia buda hustle ni hustle, na niambia true rasta. As in namwashua usikue depressed over shit bro.
Because somebody's driving over there.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Point niyo, that's why I'm leading you to go to self. Through self, you'll find you and you'll accept who the fuck you are.
Some peace and
this is what I'm saying. Don't wallow in self.
Don't wallow.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You just
Life,
find a path.
Everything you go through, in
sense.
everything you go through, always remember, you are not the only person.
Actually, umetumia the word through.
Yes.
You're supposed to be through. As in not destined.
Yes.
Through.
Yes.
Na hivyo ndo nasema, don't get stuck in your self bullshit, because that gets toxic. Be aware you are exist in a community. That is
and
what
it's very hard to
reduces
move. It's not even
self-righteousness.
ni kitu rahisi. Me, I know it is very hard
Being
to
aware
move
is hard.
from the
Yes,
wallow.
it is very hard.
It's hard.
Use the self to specialize. And once you specialize,
self, ukishatoka nje ya nyumba, wacha kufikiria kitu
Juu
unafikiria. Angalia tukiacheka anafanya nini?
Yeah.
Nini inaendelea kando ya gate?
unajua Shalin, everything is everything design yenyewe. Everything is everything design yenyewe. Everything is everything design yenyewe. Wewe hata kenye una go through, everyone else is going through. Unafaa kuwa aware that na nasema through being in charge of self and being aware of self, utajua actually umse ana go through kitu na sifai kuwa na guati.
Actually, what you are saying is for you to exist with others,
you need to be in charge with
but
self.
I'm saying don't wallow in the self.
I'm not saying you wallow. I'm saying through self you'll specialize, and when you specialize, you'll get your part. Skiza, they know.
It's like how I come from work and I'm so tired and pissed off. Then nikifika tu hapo kwa gate nakumbuka sativa sana. And guys, I am happy and energetic. Ni kama nimemka sana.
They know he's my good friend and he's a good graphic designer, cause the self led him to a path. Aliniambia kiwa mtu alitrace tu kitu kwa curtain na kaona anaweza kudesign, anaweza chora. And that's it. Na nakwambia the self can lead you to specialization and lead you to somewhere, cause kuna ujinga pia Kenya ya copycatting. Kukilio kitu, you need to go deeply into you to know that you can't be copied. Tunasema tu self leads to specialization leads to culture. And we can have a rich culture.
I agree.
Because Gengeton kids went into self so much they even pissed some people off. They went into self, they specialized, they cultured. So don't fuck self, Charlene.
No,
please,
you're not getting my
messaging. But it's okay. But it's okay. But don't.
My messaging is message ya pia self. Don't be in your head alone. You're not alone in this shit.
Because when you do that, you start acting puny.
You start now again being self-righteous.
Yes.
You forget other people are existing.
Usiko kwa mambo yako sana.
Ndio maana nasema Frankie, it's a balance every day. It's not all about self. That's why I'm saying
actually watu semanga wako walk tulia. You can never be walk. Ukikuwa walk utadedi.
When you see the light,
it's always a balance.
God wants you to always balance. Na so long as una wake up every day, huja balance. Hata ukifanya ni sense aje. Hata nilembe Shalin, so uka kwa mountains wanajifanya ni masense. Si masense wakuje huku kwa pressure. Exist kama Sadhguru. Exist kama Sadhguru na hiyo fame yote na bado wako humble. Mimi nataka hivyo. Nasema sasa hapo ndo point yenye utajua basi uko in charge. Ndio maana Shalin nimesema actually ni kukuwa in charge of self. You have to be in charge of
That's
you.
That's what I was going to say. This self-righteous thing is you not being in charge of yourself.
Yes.
Because imagine deep down, believe it or not, hata kama unataka kujifanya wewe ni nani, your gut will always tell you when you're being nonsensical.
A dick. Yes.
And you choose to ignore it just to put up a show.
Yes.
And that is dangerous.
Yes.
And hata mimi, I have done it. We have all done it.
Hata mimi nimeifanya.
We need to recall.
Yes.
Simple.
I feel
we
like
need to recall.
this is what I'm saying. For example, if your chick dressing skimpily and just walking, in your head, you're caught up in self. in self telling yourself I look sexy. I can look sexy
Hapo
if I
ni
want
dangerous.
to.
You're not in
Na
charge.
hivyo ndo nasema.
Hapo ni dangerous.
That's
You're
what
not
I'm
in charge.
saying. It's a really slippery slope.
That's why I say
and
that
for me, I'm saying, be more involved also with community.
That's why I
as
said,
much as you're
Charlene.
being self.
Yeah.
Charlene,
As
that's
much
why I
as you're being
said.
self.
That's why I said,
Yes,
Charlene.
kina Charlene
Charlene.
anasema when you're involved with community, mtu anaweza
You also
kwambia,
get to be more of yourself.
I understand.
You hear things and you think about it and-
I understand what she's saying because nilimpa example ya dem alikuwa anatembea from hapo Rubis ya Buru through Buruburu and the mechanics were taunting her when she was walking without being taunted. Alikuwa anatembea comfortably, but when she got taunted alianza kuvuta dress chini. Nikaambia Charlene, mbona madem va short dress wakianza kubongeshwa au anza kuvuta chini? That means you're not in charge. You just were in the moment thinking you're pretty.
Take the L, guys.
Point ni kukuwa in charge ni kuona what I'm doing, where it's going and what it's leading me to. Ni same way kuona by the way. Mtu alikuwa entertainment alikuwa anapita by the way anajua mimi nasoma. Hata mtu asiyoende aombeaje na mimi nisome. Mimi ndasoma na nipite.
End game ni kusoma.
Ni simple.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm not
being in charge of self is that.
I'm not disputing.
These chicks are not in charge of self. Well, most of them kwa hiyo example ya Charlene. That's why unazoanga wengine wao they keep pulling the dress down. If you're comfortable, let it go as you walk.
Ndio maana mimi nasema to such generations I'm not even preaching a message of self.
Yeah.
You're in a fucking community.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Fuck that self.
Yeah.
To such a generation, I am not preaching.
If you're not in charge of self, by the way,
not preaching
if you're not in charge of yourself, but don't have a bike.
Too much in yourself.
You're
not realizing
and you're not caring about the environment. The environment, actually, let it leave alone the community. It starts with just the environment. Which kind of ambience are you putting in this air that you're walking in?
Juu hadi kwa nyumba, atachana na nje. Kwa nyumba hadi utainamaje na kuna watu kwa nyumba kama kuna watu kwa nyumba fulani.
That's what I'm saying. There are certain people I cannot preach self. Get off your fucking
na bado Udem Snyder atakuja andike kwa WhatsApp status Jeremiah.
Hey you guys, you're living many
or
lives.
even not unajua siku hizi hata by the way hata nimekuona siku hizi hata it's not even about hata Bible quotes. Watu hata wameingia kwa hizi mambo za I'm a Scorpio. That's why I'm sijui what. They're even now making it about in general information that's out there. They want to try and make it smart. I'm using essential oils.
By the way, horoscopes are real. Don't misuse them.
Don't be justifying shit.
Mimi naweza sema tu they are real, but don't misuse them. However you want to apply them in your real scale, start ku guide. But if you want to find me naweza ku guide, but start ku guide saizi because ndakakao mtu anasema watu I'm a Scorpio because some things actually exist because you are a Sagittarius and a Scorpio, but don't misuse those things. If you go and read actual things about your day, about these things, you'll actually respect. You'll respect and say, hiki tumenifanyikia ukweli. Kama wewe ni mtu mkweli. But if you're a pretentious, nonsensical bastard, hautaona. Umevaa sheep's clothing. Anyway, thank you. Inshallah.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I feel no one will ever normalize seeing an older man date a younger chick.
Yeah.
And stop trying to make us accept atijuome accept.
Because tembea na anko yako
hapo ndo mimi na disagree.
Yeah, it's so dangerous. You guys, nilipeleka babangu kubuy shots and the taunting we received. Sasa ukiwa na udem, si tutadate nani? Yeah, I'm like, guys, he's my dad. He is actually
because
my
of the sheep's clothing. We are so into the sheep's clothing until we don't know what designer clothes to wear and in za Kenya. Umesikia baadhi kuna manguo zimerudishwa Kenya na wa USA wamesema zifiki bei.
I'm not sure.
Atizo nguo na hat zinaweza hat their kids and what knows ilikuwa US na Canada or something. There are some standards that they achieve.
See, it is on this here podcast. It is on this here podcast we were saying hakuna materials poa za Kenya. Why the hell would you even be exporting?
Hata we don't have cotton plantations anywhere. How are you trying out?
We are going into a
Shukran.